Now, negative news isn't really something that I like to report on my channel, but in this case there are a few issues that have come to light that I want you to know about, so your dream breakaway doesn't turn into holiday hell here in Mallorca. Now, in this video I'm going to talk about some tourism related crime in this video which I've heard about on my social media channels, whether you should be worried if you're coming over, and measures that you can take as well to try and avoid it and just to have a good holiday. As many of you may have read in the press, pickpocketing is the main tourism related crime here in Majorca, but you shouldn't be too overly worried because I've never actually been pickpocketed here in the 17 years that I have lived on this island. However, I have heard of some reports that some tourists have actually had items stolen from when they've been lying on sunbeds or leaving their belongings behind on sunbeds on the beaches around the resorts. I've also heard about pickpockets in Palma and also the occasional mugging too. So let's just go through this and see what you can do about it if you're coming here on holiday. Now, quite unsurprisingly, there have been some reports of tourists who have had items stolen from sunbeds that they have been renting in some of the beaches on the island. Now, you're not going to really have this problem over in Calador. I noticed that they do have security boxes attached to the beach umbrellas, so you can lock away your phones, you can lock away your wallets, and then you can also go for a swim and not have to worry about them. Now, these beaches are very narrow, but they run really deep into the beach, so if you are out at sea and you are swimming or you're out on the pedalo, it's going to be very, very hard to keep an eye on your belongings. So well done for Calador for implementing this measure in place and ensuring that everyone's belongings stay safe. Now, it's a slightly different story in some of the bigger resorts like Palma and Alcudia. If you're going to rent a sunbed, unfortunately it doesn't actually come with a security box attached to the umbrella that you're renting with it. Now, again, if you're going out into the water, you're going to have to try and keep an eye on your belongings. So this is often a time when there have been reports when people have had stuff being pinched, or alternatively when they've been going out for lunch and leaving stuff under their sunbeds or on their sunbeds for a prolonged period of time. Now, I don't want to scare you here because it's very unlikely that you're going to get your stuff nicked, but it's just really to make you aware. If you're sunbathing on the sunbeds, don't leave your valuables underneath them because they can get pinched. But even better, and this is really my recommendation, if you're going to the beach, do not take your mobile phone or your wallet to the beach with you, or just take a minimum amount of cash, because that way, if you're going in the sea, you don't need to worry about what is being stolen. But also as well, I find that going to the beach as well, just when I'm going with my daughter, I leave my phone at home. I'm not checking my social media channels, I'm not responding to comments or anything like that. I'm just going to the beach for the day and I'm just enjoying time with her. So it's not all bad. I mean, there are advantages to actually leaving things like an expensive mobile phone back in your hotel room, and also leaving your wallet too. So again, if you have expensive branded trainers or really expensive flip-flops that you do not want to get pinched, then my recommendation is to pop into a discount store like Teddy or one of the souvenir shops in the resorts and just pick yourself up a super cheap pair of flip-flops to take to the beach with you, because you don't want your €200 pair of trainers getting taken off the sand either. Now, if you do want to take your wallet and phone to the beach, then do as I do, get yourself a waterproof bum bag, and I'll put a link to that in the description text below the video. I don't tend to take it out very much with me, but sometimes I do like to take some cash with me, so if I take it, I can wear it, I can go in the water, and I know it's not going to get pinched. I'm not saying that there are thieves around every corner, because there aren't. The chances are if you do leave your stuff on the sand, nothing will happen, but there is a really, really rare occasion where I've heard that tourists are getting things taken, and you can see that from some of the comments that I have had on my YouTube channel and also on the social media groups too. Now, it's not just the beaches where you need to take care. I've mentioned this before, but if you are hiring a car, then please do not leave any expensive items or things like your passport either in your hire car and then go to the beach. But sometimes in especially remote locations, your car can get broken into. But again, it's just extra hassle that you do not want to have to go through on holiday, especially if you end up losing your passport. So I'm going to stress it again, don't leave anything of value in a hire car when you're driving around Mallorca. Also, if you're sightseeing around Palma, for instance, or you're going to a very busy market around the island, just be aware where your belongings are. Make sure you've got your handbag really close to you. Whatever you do, do not put your mobile phone in your back pocket either. And if you've got a buggy or a pushchair, don't hang your bag off that buggy or pushchair too, because again, you're becoming a target for any pickpockets that are lurking around the corner. So the main pickpocketing areas in Palma are around the cathedral and also around avenidas, around the big major El Corte Inglés department store. So just be aware of that. It's very, very busy around these areas. There are lots of tourists, lots of opportunists too. So just keep an eye on your stuff. And watch out too for scams around the cathedral. I've heard reports as well of gypsies selling lucky heather. If you're being sold to, walk on by, just ignore it please, because again, this is another pickpocketing scam. Seen it on YouTube, please don't fall for it. Please just walk on by and continue your holiday. Now, there have also been some reports of muggings going on in Magaluf in the early hours of the morning. Now, this has been a huge ongoing issue in the resort over the years, and it's still going on in some places as well. Just be aware of this. So if you're out with your friends, just don't go too crazy and look out for each other. Now, if you do get items stolen, what do? Well, you need to report it to your nearest police station. Ask in any shop, ask in any restaurant or bar or your hotel reception where that is, and go and report that crime. If you're over in Magaluf, then there is a huge Guardia Civil station right at the very end of the strip. I was amazed actually not to see it open the other night, but the police do actually patrol really regularly around Palma and Magaluf too. I saw many cars out the other night when I was out doing my live stream. So just stop any of these if you have any problems. And if you're coming out to Majorca, don't forget to get yourself a good travel insurance policy and take a photocopy of your passports too in case they go missing. Now, I really hope I haven't scared you too much in this video, because more people come on holiday and have an absolutely perfect experience. They don't get robbed, they don't get their items stolen, and they come here and have a fantastic time. But if this video stops one person watching this from getting their stuff nicked, then I'm happy about making it. So please just bear all of this in mind before you come here to the island. Now, don't forget, this can happen anywhere you go on holiday. It's not just limited to Mallorca. I know when you come over, you're really in the holiday mood. Don't be too much in the holiday mood. Just keep an eye out on where everything is around you and who is around you too, and just stay safe. Okay everyone, thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you haven't done so already. You'll find me over on the Facebook group and on my Instagram page, also called Majorca Under the Sun, and I shall see you on the next video. Goodbye for now.